Tension rose in EKITI, the capital of Ekiti State, in the early hours of Sunday over fear of reprisal attack following the death of a member of a transporters union who was a supporter of the All Progressive Congress in the clash between APC members and supporters and the Social Democratic Party on Saturday. Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh and sizzling news all day long. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. This is the place you need to be. If you are not on this channel, just know that you are missing a lot because of the news that we dish out daily. If you know, you know. So subscribe, hit the like button. Most importantly, click on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we post. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the details of today's news. As motorists took detours to avoid major streets and stay safe, residents who were on the alert gathered in front of their homes to discuss the latest development and their fears around safety for the governorship election this weekend, Saturday, just as many shunned church programs in the heart of the town. The ever-busy Ijigbo to Ajilosun Street through Ikere Road was deserted for hours until men of the Nigerian Army, Police and Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps came to the rescue through mobilization to the flashpoint. Men of the Nigerian Army who erected checkpoints on both sides of the road in front of Akure Motor Park to allay people's fears and restore normalcy to the metropolis, prevented normal transport activities from holding at the park. The APC and SDP had traded blame over responsibility for Saturday's bloody clash, which took place at EKITI in the Oye local government area. The police public relations officer, Sunday Abutu, who says that normalcy had been restored to the metropolis, said that the Commissioner of Police, Morenikeji Adeshina, had deployed personnel to maintain law and order. Abutu said normalcy has returned, necessary police deployment has been made concerning the ones that happened yesterday, and this morning the CP has ordered discreet investigation into the incident so that there will be no more occurrences again. Meanwhile, the SDP and APC on Sunday continued with verbal war on Sunday over the visit of President Major General Muhammadu Buhari retired to Ekiti, fixed for Tuesday to campaign for the APC governorship candidate Abiodun Oyebanji. The director of media, Segun Oni Campaign Organization, Jackson Adebayo, who said Governor Kayode Fayemi did not have any project on ground which would be inaugurated for use by Buhari to campaign for Oyebanji, said Ekiti people will not vote for continuation of failure, but rather vote for SDP candidate Chief Segun Oni. Adebayo, who said Buhari had not been to Ekiti State since 2018 following alleged death of projects in the state, queried, "Can Fayemi tell us a new initiative he brought into Ekiti State that improved the lot of the people in the last 3 years, plus that Mr. President is coming to celebrate or use to campaign for APC candidate?" But the APC State Publicity Secretary, Segun Dikpe, who said SDP might be blind to the development strides of the Fayemi government, said, "The simple reaction to these is that they, SDP, should tell everyone the project completed or inaugurated in the 3.5 miserable and inglorious years of Segun Oni in the saddle. That is, if Segun Oni can point to any project at all. Rather, he spent EKITI money on prosecuting and trying to legitimize his legitimate government. Oni is a drowning us," the APC spokesperson said. Wow. May God help us. So Saturday is the election date for the EKITI state election, and there have been bloodshed already, and the election is just Saturday. May God help us, because they don't need to be bloodshed. These people are fighting for their pockets, like I always say. It's not as if these people really have good intentions for the state or for the country at large. These people are fighting for their pockets at the end of the day, because they will still go there to embezzle money. You never know who is who. Except for, just going to mention that the antecedent of Segun Oni from his last election is speaking well for him now, because he did a lot of good for the people of EKITI. But notwithstanding that fact, with all these people that have been governors before and are trying to come back, they come back to retaliate. If they are good in their first regime, their second regime, they will just come back and say, since you people did not appreciate me in my first regime, I'm only going to come back to, steal money, because now I have more knowledge. By then people have already taught them bad ways of doing things, since they've already tried the good way of doing things and it didn't work. Example of that was Fayoshe. In his first regime, there were lots of people. He did well. He actually did well. He constructed roads. He did a lot of things, but he was driven away. You know how they overthrew him, the vote of a state of emergency in EKITI back then. And when he came back, people were still expecting him to do what he did in the first regime, and that never happened. He actually came back to steal money, 419 EKITI people. And this time around, we have another person like that who did well in his first regime, and people are trying to, campaign for him so that he will come back. This is his second regime. EKITI people, I just pray that if eventually he becomes EKITI governor, he still behaves how he behaved in his first regime, how he was so upright and didn't, according to what we heard, he was really upright, very accountable, and he was even mising the funds of EKITI. He made sure that every penny he spent was well spent. And that was what we heard. And in every rumor there's an atom of truth. Anyway, let the best man win. But all this fighting and bloodshed shouldn't happen. They shouldn't happen, because these people they are fighting for, they are still going to all get out later on. So why will you lose your life for someone, for another person's political ambition? Enough of all this. Comment down below, let me know what you think. I respond to all my comments. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button. Most importantly, click on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we post. Without further ado, I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.